Hello friends! We're back for our 13 and 14 week pregnancy update.
Hooray!
I know, pretty exciting. I can't believe it. I'm actually in the second trimester of pregnancy. Gabby's excited too. But we're in the second trimester, so we're really excited about that. And I made a little mistake last time on the last update. I said that 12 weeks was the last week of the first trimester, which some women consider that it is. However, when I did the calculations, when you calculate, your whole pregnancy, basically 13 weeks divided in 3 ways puts you at 39. So that means that 13 weeks per trimester. So that means that I didn't enter my second trimester until I hit 14 weeks, which I didn't know. But either way, I'm in my second trimester and we're excited because it's that much closer, and our due date is literally in 6 months. 6 months from Sunday, which is the 25th, we will actually have our baby in our arms, because the way our doctor does things, he won't let me go past a certain amount of time. So by the 25th of September, we will have the baby. Crazy. Yep. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, we gotta get into the update because I'm just too excited. So it's just been a crazy couple of weeks. It's actually been a little bit of a difficult couple of weeks for me. So I'm going to explain to you why that is, but we'll get into the fun stuff first. So the baby this week is the size, well, okay, we'll start with 13 weeks. Baby was the size of a large egg, which we don't need to show you because it was basically the same size as the line we showed you last time. So really there wasn't a lot of change between 12 and 13 weeks. But 14 weeks, baby is now the size of a half of a banana, which is amazing. And I'm not gonna eat it because after this, we're gonna make a banana split.
In this mug.
Yes, so I'm excited about that because,
No.
One of my cravings.
Like an egg is the right shape for a baby, but a banana is like not.
Well, that just means like how much it's grown, basically. It's not like it's not shaped like a banana. It's
I guess you could fit 2 eggs in a banana.
Yeah, so it's basically doubled in size. Isn't that crazy? Crazy. And you want to know something else interesting?
High tech.
Yeah. Something else interesting that I learned this week is that the baby weighs 42 grams, which is the same as a generic sized chocolate bar. Isn't that interesting? I didn't go buy one because frankly it doesn't sound good.
I thought those were tiny.
Like a general size one. I think it's like one of the mid-sized ones. Weighs 42 grams, and that's how much the baby actually weighs.
Okay.
Crazy, right? Also, fun facts about baby this week is baby has hair now on his or her, we don't know yet, head and eyebrows.
And based on us, that's gonna be a fuzzy baby.
Yeah, because we were both hairy babies and hairy people with thick hair, so it's going to be a hairy baby. Also, baby is able to suck their thumb this week, which is super cute. So if we were to have an ultrasound, which we will in a few weeks, but not now, we would see probably a lot of thumb sucking, which is adorable.
Really?
Yes.
You do that in that picture?
Yeah, they do it on the ultrasounds. Oh, I hope we see it next time. But I think that's so adorable that baby is so active and able to do that. And yeah, so that's exciting. So that's a little about baby.
What about you?
What about me? So my weight gain hasn't changed, obviously, because I don't go to the doctor for 2 more weeks. Still 138. Probably not, but as far as I know. I got a little more of a bump going on. So we will show you a belly shot as usual at the end. I'm going to do that now from here on out. Now that I actually have a bump, so you guys can see the progress.
I think last time we could see it, but when you put up a picture, you were wearing black, so it was actually hard to find. So.
Yeah, this time it might be a little easier. We'll see. It's definitely grown a little bit, not much. So there's that. As far as symptoms go, pretty much the symptoms that are the most prevalent right now are obviously exhaustion, which has gotten better, which is good, and I'll explain why in a little bit. I'm not as tired, but still pretty tired. I can still sleep. Hello, clock. It is now the top of the hour. Speaking of hours, I can still sleep 12-hour nights easily without stirring. So exhaustion is still a thing. I still have a hard time getting up in the morning. But it's getting better. We've been doing some exercise walking, about 30 minutes, a few times a week. And it's been really awesome. Gabby's been loving it, which of course she's a dog, so she would love it. Richard and I have been loving it, and I especially have because, you know, Gabby walks at a fast pace, and so it's been really good exercise. And it's actually made me sleep better at night because, believe it or not, as tired as I am, I've been struggling with a little bit of the pregnancy insomnia, which basically means that I could be, you know, it could be midnight, like nighttime, I could be so tired, but then suddenly I just can't sleep. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. So the walking helps with that. So that's the thing that I'm feeling the most of right now. There's some pimples going on. We won't point them out or anything like that, but there's definitely pimples going on my face because of hormones and such things. It's definitely not as bad as I thought it would be. My face is not like terribly pimpled or anything, but there's just a few little here and there. Sciatic pain in my sciatic nerve that we talked about last couple times is a lot better. It still kind of happens sometimes, but it's a lot better. I would say though, the symptom that's been one of the most prevalent symptoms in the last week especially has been headaches, which I did not expect because I haven't had this yet in my pregnancy. But the last like week or two, I've just been getting headaches in the same spot, like kind of at the base of my neck. And it's like almost every day. And it's pretty much like sometimes unbearable. Like it's not as much that I have to take drugs because I won't do that unless I can only take Tylenol and I won't take it unless I'm really dying. So it hasn't been that bad, but it's been bad enough where I have to like relax and just, you know, like not get worked up, and Richard will massage my neck and, you know, it really helps a lot. Maybe take a hot shower, that helps too. So that's basically been a new symptom. Like I never thought I'd experienced that, but I guess that's normal. Probably the hormone changes. And then the last one that's been a little bit newer, a little more prevalent than usual, is I've been really emotional. Yeah, very emotional. Basically that just, yeah, I just want to cry all the time and very easy. Now, it's not to say I'm not sad or anything like that at all, but it's just more like everything, like I cry a lot easier than normal, which I cry a lot anyway, so you know, it's a lot. But things get me a little more worked up than usual. I get anxious quicker, which is bad because I'm an anxious person anyway. I've been having like a lot of anxiety, like unreasonable anxiety about things. And then it will make me cry, like if I'm worried about something. I think it's definitely hormones, but it's hard to be extra emotional when I'm already emotional. But it's definitely been a lot more. And the anxiety has actually caused me to have some bad dreams and just, you know, kind of feel tormented a little bit. And yeah, the anxiety has definitely increased as well, which I think goes along with emotional. So that's been a little tough. That's why these weeks have been a little bit tougher, just because I have been super emotional and everything, and anxious, but that'll get better. I believe it will. And I'm trying to be positive and joyful as best I can so that the baby can experience me at my best. When I feel myself getting worked up, I just try to focus on the Lord, focus on things that are more lighthearted, and it oftentimes does help. If it doesn't help, I'll just go take a nap, and that usually does. And I forgot to mention, I'm actually 14 weeks and 3 days today. So again, I'm in the middle of my 14th week and experiencing these symptoms. So hopefully they'll get better. The emotional symptom the most, I hope it will, and the anxiety, because that's the hardest one that I've been experiencing, because no one wants to be highly anxious and emotional when they don't need to be. So we'll see what happens. Your prayers would be appreciated, just so that passes quickly. But if not, I'll just have to keep my head about me and keep focused on the Lord, and we'll be okay. So basically, we're on to
second trimester, and
yeah, second trimester is off to a good start. It really is, despite my hard symptoms. The one thing I need to mention, something else that happened during these couple weeks since we've spoken last, is that I found out right when I hit 13 weeks that I have low thyroid production. So basically what that means is, okay, I can't show it in the camera right now, but I have this, I'm gonna point to it. I have this nodule on my thyroid on the left side. It's like a, how would you explain it, babe? Like for our blind viewers and our sighted viewers, it's kind of just like a lump.
It's kind of like your neck goes out.
Yeah.
Not like a bone though. It's like almost like a big bruise.
Yeah, it's like swelling.
Except it's
swelling in the neck, and I've had it actually for
it's
a
not
couple.
Discolored or anything.
No, it doesn't hurt. It's just there, and I've had it for like almost 3 years now. Like it happened right after we got married. We were just at the doctor for a routine physical, and the doctor was like, "Whoa!" She was feeling around my neck, and she's like, "What's that?" And she looked at Richard, and he goes, "That wasn't there yesterday." So. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, but, you know, they checked me for cancer and all these things, you know, and it was nothing. It's just basically called a goiter, which is the inflammation of the thyroid. But I haven't really known what to do about that. And for the last couple of years, I've gotten lots of doctors to test me, my thyroid levels, and everyone has said, "Oh, you're fine, it's normal range, you know, your thyroid's okay. So this is just basically something you have to deal with." And I'm like, okay. But then I started reading, and when we had our miscarriage last year, I started reading up on goiters, because I was just curious if that could have been the cause. Now, I still don't know if it was, but when I was reading, it basically said that a goiter, which is basically the inflammation of your thyroid, usually it's impossible to have a goiter without your thyroid either being too high or too low. Because if your thyroid is inflamed, it's usually infected. The hormone levels are not infected, I'm sorry, affected. Yeah. That was the wrong word. So my hormone levels are usually affected if there's enlargement.
A big old creep hanging out on the doorstep of your...
Yeah, and scary enough, that actually can cause miscarriage and all sorts of other pregnancy complications that I don't want to get into right now because it's scary.
Smack down with the doctor.
So what happened was, when we got pregnant this time, I told him, I said, "I think this caused my miscarriage last time. I'm worried about it." And he goes, "Okay, I don't think it did."
It's fine.
Yeah, he's like, "I don't think it caused it." You know, he said, you know, he's not an endocrinologist. He said that. I'm not. He goes, "And maybe I'll send you to one, but I will make sure your thyroid's fine. We'll test it." And his test said it was fine, but I still pushed him at our last 12-week appointment.
Like,
and I said,
you know, when you draw blood, you can tell those hormones were like, can you do the more intense one? Because every doctor said, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
but we did the in-depth one.
Yeah, so basically there are a few different thyroid tests. I won't get into it because I'm not an endocrinologist and I don't know all the details. But there's a generic thyroid test that most doctors do, and then there's like a really detailed scan of your thyroid, or like a test they do that shows you pretty much a better picture of your thyroid. So I pushed and begged him for that because I believe it's the Lord. I was just having a bad feeling that my thyroid wasn't right, and in order to protect the baby, I need to do whatever I could. So I finally convinced the doctor. He said, "Okay, he was thinking of either sending me to an endocrinologist or doing the test." So he said, "I'll start with ordering you like a more, you know, advanced blood test." So he did that. And that was after my appointment. And I found out right when I hit 13 weeks, he called me and said, "Yes, you do need a supplement," which means...
And he's like, "So are you on a supplement?"
Yeah.
Like, you've said it's fine.
I know, he's like, "Are you on a supplement?" I was like, "No, because you told me it was fine." So that was a little confusing, and I was freaking out a little bit, like, should I have been on a supplement the whole time? Like, oh my gosh, like I had to check the heartbeat, like I was freaking out a lot. But the Lord gave me peace, and baby's okay, heartbeat's good, and the doctor basically said, "No, you're okay." Like, I put women on thyroid medication a lot. It's just something that happens, and you're still in normal range, like a normal test, but for pregnancy, you're a little low. So, and I knew it, and I just praise the Lord that I, you know, was able to, he gave me the discernment to push the doctor because I got on medication and I'm all good. So, well, I haven't checked my levels again, but I feel better. That's why I don't feel as tired. I believe that was why I was feeling very extra tired. So I'm not feeling as exhausted, which is good. That could partly be also because I'm in my second trimester, but we'll see. And hopefully baby will stay healthy in there and everything will be fine. But I'm just so glad we got that taken care of. So that's a huge relief. Praise the Lord. But I wanted to let you guys know about that update as well. So that's a new thing. I take it every morning. It's a thyroid, you know, basically a hormone helper kind of thing. It is a drug, but it's safe, completely safe for pregnancy. So yeah, I'm on a low dose right now. He might have to increase it if it doesn't help as much, but right now it's fine. So that's basically been my last couple weeks. Very dramatic, very hard, but it's okay. We're okay right now. I'm doing great. As far as cravings go, I really just crave sugar this week, which is weird because I've said in the past that I haven't been craving sugar. Like right now, I really want a banana split with hot fudge. So that's
half of it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be what I eat after this video. Literally, I'm gonna have my craving, which is a banana split. And literally, it has been cravings like that. I've really been craving milkshakes, like cold ice cream, like things like that, just like really sweet things. So that's weird, but you know, cravings change. Aversions. That's a hard one.
You were back and forth. You had a little bit of drink, a little bit of don't want it ever again.
I think right now my main aversion, which is kind of a bummer, is protein smoothies. And it sucks because protein smoothies are the best for me. And that's how I get my nutrients. So I was hoping to be able to drink protein smoothies during my pregnancy, but it's just, right now, it's seeming like it's not working because the texture just isn't really sitting with me. So yeah, I just can't get myself to drink it. So I haven't had any protein smoothies in the last few weeks, and I've been feeling a little better about that. So hopefully I'll get over that aversion. But for now, I can't really have smoothies without wanting to get sick. But I haven't gotten sick still, praise the Lord. So that's basically the update for this week. I know it was longer, but there was a lot to catch you up on. And we're so glad that everything's going well. We're just, every week that passes, we're more and more thankful and excited, and just, we praise the Lord more and more because we just feel so blessed. Like I was telling Richard the other day, I feel like Mary. Now don't take this wrong, because I don't mean like, oh, I'm carrying Jesus. Like obviously I'm not, okay? I'm not like highly, like Mary, the mother of Jesus. Like I don't feel like that. But I feel like her in the sense that when the angel told her she was going to conceive the Son of God, and she went to go see Elizabeth, her cousin, who was also pregnant in her old age, Mary's prayer was, Lord, like, how did she say it, babe? It was so, like, who am I? Who am I that you saw me and noticed me?
And are showing favor.
And are showing favor to me. And to be honest, you guys, that's how I feel lately. Especially with every week that passes of this pregnancy, and every time I hear the baby's heartbeat, I just feel so highly favored by the Lord. And it's beautiful. And so
it's a good thing.
Yeah, I'm blessed. Very, very blessed. We both are. And we are so excited to meet our little one. We do not know the gender yet. We will be finding out the gender in the next few weeks here, hopefully. So we'll be updating you guys on that. Right now, I'm leaning more towards boy, even though we both really want a girl. I'm leaning more towards boy. What are you leaning more towards? You're a girl, huh?
All those weird wives' tales about heartbeat this, pimples that.
Yeah.
Cravings sweet or salty that. I don't care about that.
So we're not really sure about gender.
I have no idea.
The only reason I'm leaning towards boy, to be honest, is because I really do want a girl. So I know God has a sense of humor, and I think a boy would be great too. So, but we'll see. I could be wrong, or I could be right. I'm good with both. I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know, but we'll let you guys know if we find out the gender. We could either find out at our next appointment if we do a certain blood test, or it'll be 20 weeks. So we'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, it'll probably be 20 weeks. But we'll let you guys know what we find. And thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more pregnancy updates, because we
other
love
stuff
it.
later.
And yes, and other videos also. We're just obsessed with our baby right now, which is normal. But we love you guys, and we appreciate your support. And give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And we will see you in the next update. Bye. Here's the belly shot through a shirt, a white shirt. A little bigger.